Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. It's been a busy week for Derby County, who returned to Pride Park Stadium this lunchtime to take on Blackburn Rovers. Last season, this fixture was pretty pivotal for the Rams. It saw John Eustace pick up his first victory as Derby boss, not long after leaving Blackburn to take over at Pride Park. Craig Forsyth and Ibu Adams got the goals for Derby in a 2-1 win as the Rams ultimately survived on the final day, while Blackburn's playoff push fell short in the final weeks of the season. Well, the tables have turned somewhat this season. Now it's Derby in the playoff mix and Blackburn just hoping to survive. 2 defeats for Derby this week have seen the Rams fall 6 points off the pace in the race for that final Championship playoff spot. Coventry have rebuilt a decent lead at the top, Millwall chasing hard in third, while Ipswich have games in hand on the rest. But despite losing in the week, Blackburn sit 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Leicester's points deduction has helped Rovers' cause. Oxford United are 6 points from safety. West Brom look to be in trouble too and sacked Eric Ramsey this week after just 9 matches in charge. Well, Blackburn made a change in the dugout recently as well, and you'll hear from Michael O'Neill later in the programme. There are so many links between these two teams, not least former Derby favourite Erin Cashin, who returns to Pride Park Stadium for the first time since leaving Derby last January today. But let's hear now from a former Blackburn star who scored his first Derby goal in the week. Sam Szmodics has been reflecting on Tuesday's defeat at Hull.
Yeah, mixed emotions really. I thought we deserved a lot more out of the game. It was quite a crazy game. I did think we'd done enough to win, but we can't be giving away sloppy goals at this level because you do get punished. And yeah, so mixed emotions, but happy, like you said, to score my first goal for Derby and hopefully many more.
In the third game in the group now, you getting a feel for things? How are you finding it?
Yeah, I knew a lot of the lads, before I come anyway, but just getting to grips with how they play, how the manager wants them to play, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Debut against Swansea with a win is most important, and two tough games on the road, but looking forward to bouncing back on Saturday.
And you talk about the relationship with the manager there, aware that one of the most successful periods of your career was with him previously. How have you found it so far returning back to working with him? Yeah,
great. As a manager he's brilliant, but sort of as a man manager he's even better. He's made me feel really welcoming, and like you said, I played my best football under him, and hopefully with the goal on Tuesday night I can bring that form that I had at Blackburn into Derby, but I'm thoroughly enjoying working with him and Keith and Guards again.
And 3 games in, getting that first goal, how much pressure do you put on yourself to get that, especially when, as you said, in that successful period, that was what you were known for? Yeah,
of course. It's I love scoring goals. I've scored a lot of goals in my career. Like you said, I think I got 15 in 20 under the gaffer, which was one of the main reasons I wanted to come back. And I do put a lot of pressure on myself. So to get one so early into my Derby career is fantastic for me, and it takes the shackles off and the pressure off, and hopefully, like I said, I can go on to get many more.
And a familiar foe at the weekend against Blackburn Rovers, a team that you've played for. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, a good team. I don't think the league position probably resembles recently how they've been. I've watched a lot of their games. I watch it when I can, and it's a great club, a big football club, and an athletic side that we're going to have to be right up for it. And it'll be a good game. I know it means a lot to a lot of the lads, and it will mean a lot to them. So it's going to be a good game we're looking forward to.
And 12 games to go in the season. We know how up and down the Championship can be, as is shown by recent weeks. What's the feeling like in the group in terms of ambition?
Yeah, we just got to stay level-headed and positive and take every game as it comes. Not get too high when we win a game, but not get too low when we lose. Like you said, 12 games left. A lot of football still to be played, a lot of points to be played for. And we've just got to stay positive and block out all that negativity and focus on us and winning games and getting back on that trail and finding that form again. I think, before I come, I think the home form was quite tough. I don't think we'd won a game, so to win at Swansea and, like I said, 2 tough games on the road. But now we've got that win at home, we can hopefully push on and get another win at the weekend.
And that's Derby forward Sam Szmodics ahead of today's visit of Blackburn. Well, today marks only the 4th match in charge for new Rovers boss Michael O'Neill, who replaced Valérien Ismaël earlier this month. He's combining the job with his role as Northern Ireland boss. O'Neill kicked off his tenure with wins over Queen's Park Rangers and Preston to help guide Blackburn away from the Championship bottom 3, though they did lose at home to Bristol City on Tuesday and picked up a pretty significant injury.
We have obviously a major doubt over Sonny Tronstad. He had to come off at half time with a knee situation, which he actually did in the QPR game, to be honest. So he'll be assessed between now and Saturday. But otherwise we are at the same as we were. The other players, no one else is ready to come back into the squad at this minute in time.
You've spoken glowingly about Sonny since you walked through the door. How big a blow would it be to be without him?
Look, it'd be a big blow. He's been, and he's impressed me immensely in the 2.5 games he's played. Not just with his, his ability and his understanding of the game, but his character as well. Driving force in that area of the pitch. So, yeah, look, he's probably our most senior player really as well. So, it will be a blow. But as I say, at this minute in time, we're not. We're still assessing where he's at.
How tough will Derby be at the weekend?
It's a tough game. They've had, I think, two recent defeats, which has, dropped them down the table a little bit. They obviously still harbour ambitions to be a top 6 team, so that's a big carrot for a number of teams who are outside the top 6 at this minute in time. But our carrot's about survival, so our carrot's bigger, and for me, we have to make sure that we're ready to meet their appetite for the game and exceed it. To be honest, it'll be a tough game. Expect a physical game. They're a strong physical team, so we'll have to match that. And that's something that maybe, although we might not have that level of physical player throughout the 1 to 11, we have to show that in terms of our character as well. And our physical data in all games has been high, so we have to make sure that in terms of what we put in the game physically will be a big factor, and obviously coming out the right side of the result.
They've got goal-scoring threats as well, and some of those players will be known very well to some of the guys here as well.
Yeah, of course. Like there's a big connection with some of the ex-players. There's a big connection with the staff as well. It has no bearing on me at all. I don't really look into that in any shape or form. That's between the guys and obviously their period here at the club. All I'm focusing on is the players that we have in the building, the staff that we have in the building, and obviously making sure that team's ready to play on Saturday.
Might it give the game a little bit of an extra edge?
It possibly will. I can't really comment. You know what I mean? I think that as I say, that'll rest more with them. But we can't really get involved in that. The most important thing is that we play our own game and that we're ready to, capitalise on, the situations that, arise in the game. And as I say, it's never easy to go and win away in the Championship. We've proven that we can do that already at QPR. So this gives us another opportunity to add to that.
Just a final word on a former Derby man playing for us at the moment. I know you've only been here a very short period of time, but Aaron Cashin, how important is he to us between now and the end of the season? How impressed have you been with his performances?
Well, I think he's been excellent, certainly in the 3 games that I've been here, but also beforehand, I think, as well. I watched the game here recently, and he actually scored the goal as well against Sheffield Wednesday. So, he's come in here as a lone player. He's not been here that long. I think the type of lad he is and the type of character is, he doesn't feel like a lone player. He feels like very much part of things here. So that's a real positive. And he gives us, real quality either as a left-sided centre-back or a left-back. And, not only as a defender, he's aggressive as a defender and gets himself out of some difficult situations as well with a bit of quality. But he's also posed an attacking threat as well in terms of, his ability to get forward and cross the ball and deliver the ball as well. So, yeah, he's been a big plus for us.
I say he's been really valuable at both ends of the park, hasn't he? He scored Sheffield Wednesday, got the assist against Preston, but he's helped get clean sheets as well.
Exactly. He likes to defend. He's an aggressive defender. He competes really well in the air. He's not a 6'4" centre back, but he can compete. He wins his fair share. So, look, as I say, he's been a real plus.
That's the Blackburn boss, Michael O'Neill. Time to hear from his opposite number. John Eustace takes charge of his 52nd match in charge of Derby today. It's exactly the same number as he managed at Ewood Park. He's been reflecting on Tuesday's trip to Hull.
Of course, listen, really disappointing to lose the game. We don't want to lose any game, but the reaction from the Watford game was exactly what I wanted. I thought we were on the front foot. We created a number of chances to come back twice as well. Shows good character. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it the third time. But overall disappointed, but still lots of positives to take out of the game.
I think the position you're in as a group, and speaking to the players over recent weeks, you can tell the ambition that's there. You mentioned the positives from that performance. How do you handle the squad after the result doesn't go their way, but you can see those positives?
Well, I think the team and the squad have always had that bounce back ability. Win, lose or draw, they've always been competitive in the next game, and that's all we ask for. It's a reaction, how we react to bad results, and I certainly feel we've done that over the course of the season overall, and I'm sure there'll be some more ups and downs from now to the end of the season, and it's always how the group react and how we move forward.
And the first goal at the club for Sam Szmodics, what do you make of his performance and the way he's come in recent weeks?
I think Sammy looked a little bit sharper again on Tuesday. I was delighted he could get his first goal for the football club. It was a lovely finish. He could have had one or two more for sure, but he's getting fitter. He hasn't played. I think that might have been his first 90 minutes possibly for the whole season. So we're getting him up to speed, and delighted that he's on the score sheet.
You talk often about the relentlessness of the Championship and the effect it can have. Does the way that you had to set up the back four on Tuesday night just display how everyone has to step up throughout the season?
Absolutely, and I think we've done that throughout the season with different personnel and players filling in, in positions maybe they're not used to so much. We've also had players playing through a lot of pain. They've been going through the pain barrier as well, and putting on good solid performances. So over the course of a 46-game season, you're going to have to do that. And as I say, I was delighted with the effort. Obviously, the result wasn't what we wanted on Tuesday, but lots of positives to take out of it. And I thought the lads put a real good account of themselves.
There was a win in your previous home game, and that's something we've discussed previously, wanting to get momentum at home. To carry that on against Blackburn, that must be the most important thing for you going forward now. Yeah,
it's important that we just keep looking forward. I thought the fans for the last two away games have been absolutely amazing. It's fantastic travel as well, Tuesday and Saturday. So, they've been different class this season, and the home fans also have been exactly the same. It's really important that we try and make Pride Park a fortress. And the last couple of games, the last couple of games, the way the fans have really been behind the team, even through some really difficult moments, has been key, and that's certainly helped us push through in the last couple of games.
Blackburn Rovers, the opponents on Saturday. In the last three, they've won two of those. A new manager coming in as well. How do you assess them as a side?
Yeah, they're really competitive now. Fantastic individual players. They've got a great coach there. Great coaches at the football club. The football club's a very, very good football club with great fans there. So we know it's going to be a really difficult game, but one we're really looking forward to.
John Eustace reflecting on his time at Blackburn. Well, Watford got the better of Bristol City last night to move 3 points off the playoffs. The other lunchtime games today see Leicester host Norwich and Hull go to Portsmouth. Hull will go third with a victory. Leaders Coventry host Stoke later, while there's a big game at the bottom at the Kassam Stadium as West Brom visit Oxford. Birmingham host Middlesbrough on Monday night to bring the weekend to a close. And it's an early start at Pride Park Stadium later for Derby County against Blackburn Rovers. You can watch this one on RamsTV everywhere outside the UK, so go to dcfc.co.uk to get your Game Pass now. Matchday live with you from the earlier time of midday. We'll see you then. Goodbye.